What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope all is well. Positive energy, real talk. Wanted to make a quick video to talk about the Chicago violence, the Chicago gun violence. It's all over the country. I really think the media really targeting Chicago because of the things that's been happening this last several years. Actually, it's been going on longer than several years, but they've really been focused on Chicago the last couple of years, and it's happening all over the country. But Chicago is just that target city that all the major networks, CNN, MSNBC, all of them, they target Chicago. So I want to talk about that. I live here in Chicago. Well, I live in Chicagoland area. I don't live in the city anymore, but I'm close by, and I pretty much know what's going on. I mean, I was raised in the inner city, and one of the major problems in the city is a lot of people are looking for the police to solve the problem. My personal opinion, I don't think the police can solve the problem. Here's a couple of things that I want to talk about that I think will at least have this thing turning in another direction. First thing I want to talk about is opportunities in the urban areas. Opportunities. And I'm just going to pick this current president. I'm not going to go back to all the presidents, but this current president. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about the president a little bit, but your local government, the local governments here, and the senators and the congressmen. Those are the people who I want to talk to, or rather want to talk about. Opportunity. There are no opportunities in the inner city. There's no funds being directed towards the inner city to invest in businesses, real estate, to create jobs. A lot of politicians get up and they talk, but the money never comes in the inner city. Never. The current president said a few things about the inner city. So far, I haven't seen or heard any funds being directed to the inner city. Now, I'm not talking about giving the money to investors to invest in the inner city, because let's be real, the people who already have money, they're not going to invest in the inner city. What they're going to do, they're going to take the money, they're going to invest in the inner city, but what they're going to do is build $500,000 condos in the area and eventually force people who live in the inner city out. They're looking at a money grab. They don't really care about the improvement of the inner city. Funds need to be directly to the people in the city so they can build wealth in the city, so they can build businesses in the city, so they can buy real estate in the city, in their neighborhoods, and create opportunities. That's one thing that can help turn the tide. Now, the second thing I think is the men in those communities need to stand up and be men. There needs to be communication with the men in the neighborhood and the gangbangers or the people on the street or whoever doing all the shooting. There needs to be a communication. Now, some of those brothers are all the way lost. Unfortunately, some brothers just so far gone, only Jesus Christ himself going to have to come down and change them. But there are a lot of brothers out there that are smart brothers that will listen. And if they had the opportunities or had an opportunity, they would take that route. They're human. Nobody wants to be on the lookout 24 hours a day, worried about being shot, or they going out and have to shoot somebody just to protect their neighborhood. The gangs are not gangs anymore. It's cliques. This block, that block. They may be GDs or BDs or four corner hustles or unknown vice lords, but they're a part of their clique, and it's all about their clique. Anything outside of their clique, they're not really caring. So that's why the violence has really picked up, because there's no gang chiefs, there's no rules, there's no regulations. It's just every man or every clique for himself. So there has to be a communication between positive men who, businessmen, black businessmen, religious men. You have to be able to relate to start a conversation and show that you care. We can't sit up and talk about them and down them and just crucify them because they made mistakes. Because truth be told, you made some mistakes in your life too, but you was blessed and you was able to get out of it. So it has to be communication. If those two things are happening, I believe things can start to turn. It can start to turn because you'll be creating something that they can get involved in. You'll be also improving the neighborhood. You're also, the younger kids who see this, they'll see something positive now. They'll see businessmen. They'll see people starting businesses. They'll see people with jobs. They'll see their parents going to work every day, coming home, putting food on the table, paying all the bills, saving money, and even creating money and buying their own homes. But it has to start with communication, funding, and communication with the men in the neighborhood. Now, some people who are going to see this video, why give them money? Well, I can start a whole other video on why money needs to be funded into the urban communities, because let's be real, I don't care if it's Democratic or Republican. Opportunities were wiped out for black people hundreds of years ago. Jim Crow. I can make a whole nother video on that. So yes, funds need to be given to the urban communities to bring them up. I'm sorry. Look at your history. You want to, not your history, but look at our history. Study the real history. Study our history and find out why funds need to be given to the urban communities. But with those two things, I think, among others, but those two things I think can start turning things in the right direction. This is Chris Myers, Positive Energy, Real Talk. Think about that. Leave a comment. You may agree, you may not agree. I'm a man. I can handle that. And we can dialogue. We can go back and forth. You put some ideas out there, and I'll put some more ideas. I'll make more videos. So you guys have a blessed one. Peace.